To just give you a couple of case studies, Ungumbulu is that very cold village I was telling you about, and it's very remote. It's one of the most remote villages of all the remote villages in the mountains, and its economy is pretty much based on forestry with a little agriculture. In 2008, we started end of 2008, we started a pig co-op there with 20 members, and they were each given a 3-year-old piglet, female piglet. And 3 years later, that had grown to, that co-op had grown from 20 to 50 and was providing income to 100% of the families who were caring for most vulnerable children. So now the co-op is beginning to fund other families in the community, so the whole community's benefiting. And we were always worried about, they said they wanted piglets, and it seemed a good idea, but we were always worried about, once you've saturated the Ungumbulu market, where are you going to sell your pigs? You know, when everybody gets pigs, where are you going to sell these things? And they solved the problem themselves. So basically, they become such great pig farmers that everybody in Rungwe district wants one of those piglets as breeding stock. So there's back orders on Ungumbulu piglets. We monitor in the first 2-3 years of a co-op. We do monthly monitoring of the co-op. Well, the most vulnerable children committees also monitor the co-ops. And, you know, when a sow's giving birth, members of the most vulnerable children committee are at the birth checking how many piglets come out. Because, you know, that is for the benefit of the kids, right? And the chairman of the most vulnerable children committee is very famous because he's a small little guy and full of sauce. So anyway, so an uncle came to visit one of the families of where one of these, that are housing a most vulnerable child that's in the pig co-op, and he stole a piglet. And the chairman of the most vulnerable children committee got to hear about this, and he was incensed and went to find the uncle. He did a citizen's arrest, took him off to the village chairman's office, who wasn't there, and it was evening. So he sent someone off to get some rope. He tied the uncle up in the village chairman's chair behind his desk and left him in there overnight. The village chairman showed up the next morning and said, "What the hell is going on here?" And called the guy over there, and he explained what was happening and said, you know, you've got to do something. So they fined this guy and made him buy another piglet. So they take this is pretty serious stuff. Idweli, in that village, that was the first village where we learned a lot of lessons and started these co-ops originally. They were started back in October of 2005, a potato and a pig co-op. That's expanded now to over 75 guardians who are in the co-ops caring for vulnerable children. And also in 2006, something really great happened, was that the village self-initiated another co-op of their own, a small business co-op, which gave out very small loans to help people, you know, buy some vegetables so they could sell the vegetables and start very small little businesses. And last year, the village started basically formed a cooperation to mill corn. And they now have a corn milling operation as well. And in Idweli, if you go to Idweli today, there are no scholarships. We provide no help whatsoever. And 100% of the kids are in school. So it's it's very exciting. And the latest thing that's happening there now is that many of the co-ops in that particular area are actually buying small tractors now, which is sort of unheard of.